Yo,
what's good, man?
Welcome to another episode of Conversation with RiskTaker, and today we've got Bread and Srose in the building from the Hope Dealers. You get me? Well, going everything good, yeah?
What you saying, bro? You good?
Nah, man, happy to be alive, man. Happy to be alive, man. Yeah, man. Alright then, cool. So, how I start all of these off is, how did man get their names? So basically, how did you get your individual names and then the Hope Dealers? You know what I'm saying? So, how did you get your name?
Of course, my name was Scums before.
Yeah.
It's now Srose.
Wait, is it Scums?
Yeah, Scums.
Okay,
Yeah. Obviously, I left that name behind, and obviously, Srose stands for elevation, motivation, purpose.
Okay.
I think bread, because you laughing.
Man said bread. No. Man just said bread.
Nah,
That's
bread
it.
because like from young I've always people's know me as to be the one that's always had it kind of thing, or always had a motivation.
Yeah, to get to
had
bread.
that hustler's mindset. So bread of life.
Made sense. It just made sense.
Yeah.
Alright then, cool. So how did man get the Hope Dealers name?
That's something that we even like. This is the thing, like we came into the Hope Dealers. So we didn't even start it. So when I came into it, Hope Dealers was something that I came into at 2017 or 2018, and Hope Dealers has been going on from 2013.
Sit on.
So we came into that name. So that's, I think, it's self-explanatory, really. Deal and hope at the same time. So.
Alright, cool. So watch this here. What I purposely do in these interviews is I purposely don't watch another interview that you lot have done. You get what I'm saying? So for example, you lot have done Gasworks and that. I purposely never watched it because I don't want to know answers and that. So like, even if I sound dumb by asking some of the questions man's asking, like just repeat it for man. Like, even if you really said it before, you get what I'm saying? So cool. Alright then. So where are you man from?
Originally. Yeah. So I spent I'm from South London. I spent half my life in Lambeth, half my life in Croydon.
Okay.
So I'm from South London.
Oh, I'm from East London. Raised in Newham. From Beckton.
From Beckton, yeah. Watch this. Imagine I thought like everyone was from Beckton, you know. Like, everyone in Hope Dealers and that.
Right.
I don't know, you know, I don't know.
You know what it is?
I just heard, man.
Because I roll with him and...
Yeah, it's him, you know. You know what's good?
People think I'm from Newham.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not from Newham.
He's the one gassing it all up for the east side.
I'm from Lambeth, Croydon. Like,
Okay,
like,
fair enough.
That's the home road.
100. Alright, cool.
Definitely him.
Yeah, definitely. Because, alright, then cool. What would you say? Now, I wouldn't say you're the face here, but you're probably the most known one out of everyone.
You know what it is? I think it's just that I got a past.
Yeah.
And obviously in my past I was already doing music. I was already doing stuff as well. So I'm not just known for like the Hope Dealers. I'm known from the streets. So
alright, cool. Let's get into the past then. So what you grew up in Beckton and that. Like what was Beckton like on a growing up to?
Of course, like just like any other areas, like obviously you got the olders, you got the youngers, and obviously you got people like myself that were coming up as well at the time, looking up to the olders. But obviously I think from a young age I've always like followed the olders. So obviously for my age I was very advanced, so I was doing things at a certain age that other people wasn't. Because I was rolling with people that are older than me, and I was exposed to way more things. So I feel like for me, just being and having the access to those olders allowed me to like thrive, allowed me to do more than my average people my age would do. So that's what better was that for me too.
Alright, cool. So like, man's heard like obviously you was on a gangbanging one back in the day, basically. Like, what got you into that?
You know, I think at 15 I was stabbed on my way home from football. You know, and I think from then at that point I thought, you know what? Like I did. It's not even the time to dive in. It's like I was like, look, I'm carrying this thing so I can protect myself now, innit? And then obviously, from the time you're getting stabbed, there's already a mentality of like, you know what, like if I don't do this, then I'm gonna have that. It's another chance for me to get stabbed as well. So I thought, you know what, that's the way to go about things now. Like that's the way to go about life now. This is my life now. Like, I've been stabbed. There's no turning back.
So you're basically thinking that like if either keep getting stabbed and be the victim, or be the aggressor, basically. So you said, alright, forget the victim.
I said, no, there's no way that I want to be the victim. So I said, you know what? I started doing what I needed to do, and of course, I said it before that I was exposed, like to a lot more, like through like the people that I was with, older people that I was with, and it's like for my age, I ended up doing the madness, and I ended up becoming the face of Beton. So
so you said that he's already rapping. When did you start rapping?
When I started rapping, I think growing up, everyone had like had a little 60 that you spray in the playground, and like, I've always like music. I grew up around like a musical family. You know my cousin and that, so it's like I started rapping probably when I started Hope Dealers. That's like my first like proper song.
You got songs before that though.
Oh, like everybody does though. Everyone's like,
I think rapping, but like obviously he's already started rapping, but obviously like to the world, to the world.
Started rapping,
but like he started rapping before.
Everyone's got songs. I got one song.
Everyone, you probably got a song on YouTube right now no one's heard of, and the next name.
Take risk and prospect.
I know you got a song on YouTube.
That's why I would never say the name publicly, because someone will go Google that and find that.
So everyone's got one of them. So I've been rapping like 14, 13. I've had music there, and I've always loved music, like different genres of music as well. So. It's been in me, kind of. I grew up around the culture, South London. I grew up so close to everybody currently in the scene, so we probably knew each other coming up anyway.
So how did you avoid the gangbanging route then on a South London thing, Lambeth as well?
Do you know what it is? Like, what's funny is that every single one of my family members is involved. But I was playing football.
I
was a professional footballer. I played for Palace, Fulham, my last club was Notts County. So anybody under the age of like 26, 27 that's currently playing professionally, I've played with them. So it was always, that was the thing that was kind of like my focus that I had. And when I say I was playing football, I was playing football. I wasn't one of them guys that
doing the
you know what I mean? So like,
the way he was looking at it,
everyone says that they play football,
and what?
No, but that was the thing that I was doing. Like, 100 billion%. Even the people that my family members even tell me, you're a footballer. You know what I mean? So that's how man kind of steered away from it. But as you know, like you grew up in a certain place, you're around it.
So what made you stop the football thing, or like was you just not that hard?
You know what it is, a lot of people say, I got injured, I got this thing.
Did you really get injured?
Man actually got injured, but at the same time, when of course I wasn't that good enough to get through to the next stages.
Yeah, but if
I got a professional contract.
That's what I'm about to say. If you're in pro, fam, you gotta be like.
There's a level that you want to get to, and then you just have to think like, you know what.
Like Raheem Sterling that's running circles around you.
This ain't really gonna work for me. And I think I was like 19, 20. I was 20. I just said to myself, you know what? Like, there's more, man. There's more that I can do. There's more that I can offer the world.
So let's say 19, 20, football stops. What starts? What do you do after that?
I just when did I come back? I came back. I was living in Nottingham for like 3 years. So I was playing professionally up there.
From Forest or something?
No, I was at Notts County.
Oh, Notts County.
Yeah. So then I came back down to London, and I'm still trying to play football. So like I'm going on trials. I'm at Charlton. I'm everywhere. So but nothing's clicking. Nothing's working. And then I think during that time, my boy just died. He just got stabbed. My boy got stabbed. But every other week, his older brother used to hold like little meetings at his house, and I thought to myself, you know what, let me go down to the meeting, show my face, show respect to the family. So every other week, every other Friday, I'll go to the house as I'm in my interim
between football and what else to do.
Whatever, because I'm in that time I'm even looking to go to, like, I was meant to go Wrexham. Do you know what Wrexham is?
Wrexham, the place, Wrexham.
The football club. I meant to go there, like, as in live there. I meant to go there, like, I'm only meant to be in London for like a month or so. But I said to myself, you know what? Let me just go to this place, see what's happening. So I started going to my my older brothers, no, my brothers, my friends,
brother,
my brethren's older brother, yeah, started going to his house. So he just literally sit down with like a couple of us from the area and just chat to us, like just ask us what we're doing and kind of help us and guide us into like not doing a wrong thing after.
So that was a positive. That was kind of a positive. Like, did that change him, or was he always on a positive?
He was always positive.
Yeah.
But my boy who died.
Yeah, that was a little bad.
That was like, that changed the whole sphere of my area.
Okay.
So after that moment, like a lot of things happened after that. So that's why he had to call for their meetings, because a lot of things could have happened and did happen. So that's what kind of made me chill out for a bit and then just start like looking into certain different things about life. And it made me question like what I'm doing with my own life. And I just knew that there was more to me than just being a footballer. So I just started like, from there I just went on some journey, bro. Like, honestly.
What was the journey consisting of though? Because you know what it is, I'm trying to like build up what was going on until the point where you got involved with like Hope Dealers, etc. You get, because I know what's going on with you. You're on a gangbanging thing, basically. And I don't always say it like that, but you're on a Beckton thing. You're on the roads and that, blah blah. So obviously I get that story.
I was actually playing football as well.
I was playing, bro. Plays ball. You must have been super wacky.
You know what it is? I was playing ball, but I thought, you know what? You know, like some of my friends, like at the time, obviously that I was cool with in Beckton. They were also footballers as well, and obviously, like, you know, when you're watching someone, you're thinking, you know what, just forget, just jump at it. So just like football was just more like leisure for me.
So what happened after that?
Like, so after that, I just kept going to them little meetings, bro, and then he would expose me to things like business. And I've always like I'm one of them guys where, you know, them school trappers. I'd run up like 2 bills a week in my school.
Selling little drinks, everything.
Man, like, I'm business like savvy. So he would even take me to like places like Mayfair for the first time. He'd sit me down. At the time he was a trader. He traded oil and gas. Like, this is my inroad into business. So he'd sit me down, take me to the city. I'm following him to meetings, and I'm seeing business, like live old business. He's taught me how to trade and all of those different things. So I'm even thinking the level of football I'm trying to play at, I'm talking about Charlton, Wrexham, and like, that's not even like levels to the money that I'm seeing that from him, or the type of business that he's doing. So I just took a natural interest into business. So by that was at 20. I just turned 20. By the end of like my 21st birthday, but I had an office in Mayfair. I was paying 7k a month for it, off of the trading thing. And so
I've traded oil in that, or what he told you.
Literally from trading oil, gold, and FX. Like I'm on Brook Street, literally 5 doors away from Claridge's, which is the biggest hotel, the Queen's Hotel in London. I got an office there. I'm sitting down and I'm trading close to just under £1 million worth of finances, worth of assets. So it's like, as soon as I come back from London, if I never had that intervention from him to show me and expose me to like a whole new world of London, then I would have never got into what man's doing now. And it's so weird that leads on to even like things of hope, like Hope Dealers, and the reason why I even cover my face.
My question is like I might be just dumb, I might be like just a bit lost in this situation but are you guys like Christians or road youths, bro? Like I'm confused, bro. Like this is what I've come here to work out, fam. Like bro, from the start of Hope Dealer. So wait there, Hope Dealer started what, like 017, you saying? Or not started, sorry, you man got involved like 017. In my head, there's no Hope Dealers before you, man. In my head, I know Hope Dealers from you, man. You get what I'm saying? So please, let's stop there. Sorry, 013. Sorry, man, them before. Sorry, bro. No offense, but we're starting with you. Like, ain't it cool? So my point is now, how have you like got involved in the church to start with? Let's start there. How did you like get involved in the church?
For me, I followed my friend to church one day, and obviously he someone was talking to his girl, that invited his girl to the church. And obviously, you know, for like an average guy, like he's thinking, no, like you chatting to my girl.
Yeah.
He's thinking like, well, like you chatting to my girl. But obviously, the guy was actually trying to invite her to church.
Yeah.
But the guy so happened to be light skinned with tattoos and that.
Yeah,
so when my guy heard the description, he's thinking, no.
Like that.
He's like, no, there's no church.
Yeah.
So obviously, I followed him to the church now, and obviously, we was gonna talk to the guy, innit? After and say, like, what's going on?
What, a bit of an aggressive one?
No, like, yeah, we're gonna talk to the guy.
Let's find out.
Cause we thought, basically, he thought that the guy was moving to his girl.
Yeah.
So I came there with him, innit? So obviously, but as I was sitting down, like the message that was coming out is exactly what I needed.
Yeah, it was hitting you.
I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I was
You pissed you in that
like,
day.
oh, this is deep. And obviously, bearing in mind that, like, obviously, I've just come out of prison as well.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm reading books like Law of Attraction, 50th Law of Power,
Yeah.
like
So
you
it's
know,
all making
the secret.
sense.
It's all making sense. I'm like,
Yeah.
raw. Like this is nuts. So what the message that was spoken that day, I was thinking, you know what, like this really resonated with me. So it even made me forget about the whole reason why I even came there.
Like you wasn't looking depressing after that message.
And obviously before, like even before I came to the church, I was going to seminars, like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I was looking for something. I just didn't know who it was. And like when I came in and I heard like what was being spoken, I knew it was for me. And the environment and the kind of people, and I even met him there on that day. And the way they were dressed, their whole demeanor, it just spoke of the future of what I was looking for.
So what do you mean by the way they was dressed and that?
Like, for example, you had young people in shirts, trousers, and good shoes. And now there's people that wear shirts, trousers, and it's all flary.
These
These are all
neat with
on
it.
points, clean, rich, wealthy. And that's what I was looking for. And I just realized that was the next chapter of my life. I needed that. I already came from the roads. I already conquered what I needed to do. I already done what most people like my age haven't done, and even older. So nothing surprised me. I've been to prison. I've been stabbed. I've been shot. I've done all these things. And I was looking for the next chapter of my life. And I met it there at that moment, and and since that day, I never stopped. And in fact, the day that I actually wanted to like go away.
Go away from where? Go
like step away from the church for a moment, like because obviously I was just new and stuff like that. My friend was like, there was one day there was like a move that like, my friend wanted to do. And my other friend was telling me, come. My other friend was telling me, go. So I was in the middle.
And you chose the right one.
And I chose the right way. He chose the way that he wanted to go. He got 14 years.
So crazy. Sorry, pause this. Like you see, you saying that, I'm sitting there thinking that's kind of like man's journey, with the take risk thing. So basically, I got one bedroom saying, yo, let's hit the roads, basically, and I got one bedroom saying, nah, just keep folk, just do this take risk thing, try to do that. You get what I'm saying? That bedroom got 14, so it's mad you said 14.
Whoa.
That bedroom got 14. Come out the other day, literally like November 2022. Come out the other day, because obviously done half in it, so man, we're doing 7 years, whatever. Cool. So, and that bedroom told me to do that. Obviously, I went that way and continued to do this. So in a time where he's sat down in jail, I've been able to accomplish this. You get me? So I feel like, trust me, bro. Sometimes when you get that ultimatum, fam, you need to just go the right way with it.
And I think definitely what you said is about yielding.
100%.
To what doesn't seem normal at the time too. It doesn't seem normal for a guy from my background to be going to church. Instead of going to lick a booth.
Definitely.
I'm sure my guys are looking at me like, you're an idiot. You're a fool. What are you talking about? Like, why you like? It doesn't make sense. No one's gonna do that.
Church or a move.
Church or a move.
I hear that.
You understand?
You chose the right way.
And the thing about this, this wasn't even a Sunday. This was like actually a Tuesday.
Okay.
Like, there was doing meetings every Tuesday.
Okay.
And it was making me feel welcome. They've invited me, and I was actually not meant to go.
Okay.
Everything with me was like, nah, man's got to run up this piece. But I made that decision that day, and you see, since then, like, my life has changed. And it's like, people may think that, you know what, like, you're mad, but you got to make some crazy decisions in order to be somebody in this life. In order those who are making the average decision, it was average for me that day to make that decision. That's what was expected of me. But what was not expected of me is to make that decision. And I'm here now in front of you, take risks. Because I took a good risk.
That's very true. So I like to drive that point home. That makes sense though, What about yourself? How did you get into the church, basically?
Like I said, my friend got stabbed. his older brother, who used to have the meetings, he was a pastor in the church.
Oh, in the same church?
In the same church.
Okay,
he was a pastor in SPAC Nation.
Yeah.
So, bearing in mind, I didn't come because I didn't grow up in a church background or nothing like that, or that my parents they were saying that they're Christian. There was no pressure for me to go to church or nothing, but just seeing him and his life alone inspired me to want to know what he does. And I feel like that's what's missing right now in our community, which is just role models. And from there, after coming to the church and whatnot, and the type of things I was hearing at that time, and even still up until this point, it was just like, I've never heard this before. I've never heard. I've never been like challenged about my own personal life, about me even like not just thinking about myself, but thinking about my community, the people around me, and me making sure that I'm an example to the people that's around me. So I heard something different that day when I went, and I was just like, nah, there's something different here. And to my friends, for a long period of time, I might have looked weird. Like, bro, why are you going to church? Well, you're meant to be. I've done everything under the sun. Like, I'm a footballer, as in like, I've done everything under the sun. Do you get me? But it's like I just wanted something different, and I've always been different. I always knew that I was different. I always knew that I was called to do something like different, and that was the most different thing I've seen at that moment in time. And I don't know what it was, but it just felt right. Like sometimes I can't even explain why I made that decision. I swear to you, I personally can't explain.
So what made you man stick to it?
You know what? Like every single week without fail, there was a level of inspiration I hadn't seen.
Okay.
Every single week. So
something different would.
And it's not even that like the inspiration that's coming from the person. It convicted me to want to do great. It wasn't even just what they were saying. It was the life
how
they
much
was
they
living.
believed it.
Like, because some people say things like motivational speakers on YouTube, they say a lot of things, but you see someone's life actually living out what has been said in London City is a different ballgame. Because I was on YouTube, I was watching most motivational speakers, and the thing about that's great, but you can't reach them. Imagine someone that's not just a motivational speaker, but actually like speaking, living it like right in front of you, taking risks.
No, I think that's it, because again, I grew up like listening to all these motivational speakers and looking for inspiration, whether it was the oldest and the ends or something, but I couldn't see them live what they were actually saying. And to actually see someone live like sacrificially and build, as in like you're watching what they're preaching about on YouTube, or what some like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you're watching it live and direct, and that just fascinated me to say, hold on, if my man can do this, then I can take this into my life and
also
build at the same time.
Because we was reading books, and many people can read books and quote quotes, but you see someone living it.
When you man say living it, living what? What do you mean? Like living for God, or living it like when you say living it, you're saying you can actually see them doing it. What do you mean by what can you see them doing?
Changing lives.
Okay.
Like people from our backgrounds, their lives don't change.
It's one way.
So for me, I'm intrigued. I'm thinking, so my life can change because X, Y, Z has changed. So I'm like, you know what? That gave me hope. I was like, you know what? I might as well be here. I'm hearing what I would have seen or read in those books. Here, present with me now. I might as well cling on to the person, because like looking back now, I just understand that the future's not like time, it's a person. And when you meet that person,
I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't get what you mean by. But you mean future not time is a person. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like
the next chapter of your life is always introduced by another person.
So that's what you mean. Yeah. Like someone that will introduce you to a future is a person.
It's a person.
I get you.
When you meet a person, the next chapter of your life is revealed.
I get
you could, like, for example, you take risk. You could have taken 2 risks that day. You could have gone listen to what your roadman friend said, or what your other guy said. But
so he was the change in the future. I get that still. I would have went backwards with that one, and you know I love you, bro. So you're out now, so don't think that. I'm just saying, bro, because he's gonna watch this. Bro, I know he's talking about me, you know. Nah, that's love, bro. Boom. All right, then cool. So one thing I rated about you, man, is like you, man, made like church look cool again, fam. Like, bro, listen, I was raised in the church, growing up. My mum Christian as hell, like fully, like, you know what I'm saying, like. So you see, you're saying you never had pressures to go to church now. I was the opposite, but I had pressures. I was like, bro, I'm not looking to go. Bro, I wanted to start football on Sundays, so I swear to God, I got 2 left feet. I couldn't play. But my point is, I was trying to get out of church back in the day. You get what I'm trying to say? And then so yeah, because I feel as if it was very like old fashioned, bro. Like as in, I'm going there. The church aunties are like in their 70s, 80s, and that.
It's not inspiring.
There's no one like I don't like, bro. Like bro, there was gallon back in the church back in the day. It's not no gallon there no more. You get me? So I'm just saying about the reasons I used to go back in the day. You get me? Like I was your man them's there and that. But fam, there was nothing going on. So when you man come out now, I'm like, bro, like remember it's like old 17 time. But I'm like, yo, man, I got lubes in that in church. Like, you get me? Man's rating it like, yo, these men are dripping in church though, you know, like it made it a bit more. Then I'm here, everyone saying, yo, I want to go Spat Nation, I want to go Spat Nation. It created a mad thing that like made it a bit more, like I'm telling you, I reckon that even if no one will say it, that inspired, like, alright, cool. You say you're saying about like the future's a person. I feel as if you, man, were the future people, bro. That kind of like made it. Bro, I don't think you understand how much people are saying to me, yo, we need to go Spat Nation, fam. The reason for that is because it just felt a bit more comfortable or a bit more like what we would know. Like the people we would want to speak to, fam. I go to church and that, I went Mother's Day with my mum and that. I'm saying hello to 1, 2 aunties and I'm trying to bounce. Whereas if I was with you, man, at church, I'm trying to chill all day while I go on, like, yo, taking the message, then I'm kicking back, yo, what we saying, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I just have to say I rate about you, man. In fact, you, man, made the whole thing like different. So what do you reckon about the backlash you man got off making it different? Because baddies in church was a big thing. Oh my days, like you was getting killed in the baddies in church thing.
No, I think you know what it is, yeah. I think with anything different, you're gonna get backlash, bro. And if you're not doing anything of any significance, no one's really gonna talk about you anyway. So I'm not saying that there wasn't things that we could have done better or we could have improved on, but I'm saying if you're not doing anything of any significance, you're not going to be spoken about anyway. So I feel like when you're trying to make a difference, a lot of people will have an opinion, but it's so hard to be bold enough to make that difference or to stand up, because we could have easily chilled and been like, oh yeah, like just done church as normal, but we wouldn't have got the results that we had in regards to changing certain people's lives. Like what this guy's, do you know what this guy's really done? Like he's got scars on his body, bro. Like he's coming from a place, people are coming from a certain place, bro, that if I stood in a suit and tie, I'm not gonna reach that person. Yeah, agree. So I had to put a belly on just to appeal to them. I didn't even want to rap. You feel me? But I had to. There's certain things that I had to do to be outrageous, to even like cause some sort of controversy so that I could get a conversation. Without that controversy, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you today, I hear that. sharing my point.
I definitely hear that still.
Feel me? So there's certain things that I feel like it just comes with the territory. If you're doing something, you're always going to be spoken about.
You know, what I was saying to that is that it's insanity to keep on doing the same thing expecting a different result.
True.
I grew up in the church too. When I was in church, when I was young, I didn't hear a word what was going on. I swear to you, I was playing my Game Boy Advance with my brothers. I was like, yeah, by the way, do you know what I mean? It was just something that was passed down to us. It wasn't something that we actually understood. It was just passed down. We didn't ask critical questions, so therefore we couldn't come to certain conclusions. Like, if someone's going to be great in this life, adversity is actually a necessity for greatness. I agree. Without adversity, who are you?
You have to go through something.
And you know what it is, at that time as well, if we're talking about like the backlash time and that, it allowed me to see who was with me and who wasn't. But it's not like to say the people that's not with me as whatever, I still love them, whatever. But it made, like, for example, me and Srose got closer. That's where the birth of what we're doing now even started. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that there's just there's certain points in my life, certain moments of adversity that pushed me to the next level of myself, and it made me better, because if not, then I wouldn't have. There's just certain things that we wouldn't have got sharper at. Do you know what I mean? So
I swear to you,
if it's
that
even
backlash was like the best thing.
The best thing that happened to me.
And also, man, it's like, it's not like we was actually going around looking for it. But it's like you don't understand. It's like that wasn't actually against us. That was for us.
I feel like it benefited. I feel like it was just a big advert, fam. In terms of, like, obviously it wasn't on purpose. You didn't mean to do it. But I'm saying, like, it just turned into a big advert because, bro, man's mum and that was showing me, you know. But like, I already seen this. My mum's WhatsApp and that, parents and that. Have you seen this? They're rapping with baddies in church. I'm saying, yeah, mum, but bro, at least I would have attended. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, when you say it like that, I hear that, but you know, but it's a bit, the look of it's a bit mad, and that's what my mum's calling. Would you get me? The look of it's a bit mad, but I'm saying, you're talking about the look, but if you listen to what they're saying, you would be telling me, go listen to that. Do you know what I'm saying? So like
we've done all, sorry to cut you, bro. We've gone to universities, like top universities, spoken in panels about youth, something just from that. Just from that.
We've opened.
So like,
we've gone to Parliament.
We've been to Oxford. We've been to King's Uni. We've been everywhere. Up at Eton College.
You ain't got a BBC documentary.
So it's like we've used that controversy just to get us into a conversation. So it's like, if we hadn't taken the risk to do something different, then we wouldn't be.
I love what you said.
You know that? You wouldn't.
No, I'm telling you, like, all of that was actually for a reason, and I feel like without that, we would actually be in a conversation with yourself. I don't think you understand. There's nobody out there, that's spoken about us.
What do you mean?
There's nobody out there, that's spoken about us, that hates us.
Yeah, I don't think there is either.
They just haven't met us yet.
Yeah.
I've met people that thought they hated us.
Nah, but I don't think I don't think it was ever hate against you, man.
Nah, there's hate.
No.
Bro, I've had people come to my house, you know. Like,
what about this? What?
I'm even thinking, like, bro.
Alright, cool. I'm lying. There was hate, yeah. There was hate, but like, I don't feel like it was like, I don't know. Maybe because I wasn't there. It didn't feel like aggressive hate. It just felt like WhatsApp aunties upset about what you lot was doing. It felt to me like you lot was gassing everyone else up. Like, for example, everyone that was kind of raised Christian, I believe they was thinking, I need to go and see this for myself because something don't look right, fam. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what I feel it was. You get what I'm trying to say? So I don't feel it was like, I don't know, but I don't feel it was like mad hate towards you, man. I think it was just like confusion. Yeah, bro. Everyone was just confused, like, what's going on, blah blah. So that's why I'm half like, I've just got so many questions in this interview because I just want to know.
What's upset is the way that people people judge things. Yeah, people want to know things, but it's that the way they go about it.
They won't just ask. They'll be like,
it's so manual. Like, it's not intelligent at all. If you want to know something, go and talk to the person.
Yeah, but man, don't think they can just DM you like, yo, listen, I got a question, big man. When are you gonna do that?
But well, if you're watching, you can.
You can still.
You can.
Alright, get to a little game. A or B, yeah. Megan Good or Laura London?
None.
What? Why?
Like you're saying Megan Good or Laura London. Like, what about them?
Like who's better looking?
Oh, who's better looking? I think they're both pretty.
Diplomatic. Skepta or Gets?
What, as in
music?
I think it's Skepta.
Skepta, yeah. Alright. Mover or Potter?
They're both my guys. So
nah, that's a hard one.
I couldn't even say. I was with Mover in jail. I was with Potter on the street. So they're both my people. So they're both as good as each other.
Slim Tick or Tick Tick?
What's this mean?
Gallon.
What is it? Slim Tick or
what? Say that again, bro.
Slim Tick or Tick Tick, like Tick Gal. or slim, fit girls?
No comment.
No comment.
Alright. K-Trap or Heady?
K-Trap.
Trap.
Z-Stack or Clavish?
Z-Stack.
Would you bring one person back from the dead or free every person in jail that you know?
I'll free everybody in jail that I know.
Free everyone, yeah?
I free everyone still.
Why?
Because...
I'll let you answer that.
Nah, I can't. I feel like you don't know where someone had to go. Like for example, if my brother didn't go, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you.
Yeah. True, because I get you still.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a
That's a good point.
everything happens for a reason, really. I hear that.
I think I'll free all the people that I know in prison as well, because
I don't feel sound.
they could be a part of what I'm a part of now.
Alright, cool. Question I want to ask. Pastor Toby. Let's talk about it. What? There's controversy about blah blah blah. In my head, I'm just saying, my man looks like he's rich as hell, and it's like, where's the money come from? That you lot would know of? I'm asking. Like, obviously, I'm not saying you lot would know, but I'm saying like, where do you know him to get all this, and why does he do the whole Lambos thing? And
I think what I would say is that he raises people, and we put value on people more than we do with houses and stuff. If you take time on a person for a long amount of time, of course, your interest on people will be more. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I put just to echo what Rose was saying. He's raised people. Some of the people that he took in, as in regards to like, he's even sheltered them, housed them for years. I'm talking about 10+ years.
I'm even one of them.
Even 10+ years, they've gone on to be the COO of a huge company. I don't even want to tell it. Like I can't even say it. A huge company. He's raised CEOs of big recruitment companies, logistic companies. These are multi-millionaires. So he's he's taken them from the ground up and never had no money. He's housed them in his own house, put them in their own house, whatever it is. So that's what I've seen over the years. That I think I was in SPAC before anything blew up. When there was like mice running up and down the place. So I've seen people go from 0 to 100. So I've seen
ourselves.
Myself.
I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing at the moment if it wasn't for him.
Okay.
I wouldn't be taking.
So is he kind of like a mentor, basically? A mentor that obviously once you flourish in your field, you'll look after the mentor, basically. Kind of thing. That's like sounds like kind of like
that. But his main capital is people.
His people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I say.
So why is there such a like myth, or like what's like, bro, like I don't know, you don't know what I'm saying.
Do you know why?
There's a whole.
Do you know why there's like?
And you look like you know something. So you look like you know something. I don't know what you know.
Do you know why there's a lot of myths and stuff like that? Because of course, look, you've seen the society that we live in. Lies spread quicker than truth. All of that stuff is gonna come around is because it's like no one's gonna listen to the words he said. And they're documented. Now, I think you would rather look on Instagram and look at his drip rather than hear the words that he's actually been saying. No one like that. He's got like over 5,000 messages plus, but you're not gonna take to that. You're gonna take to whatever you want to take to.
So basically, is he bringing people in basically and helping them like business wise and how to like get their lives on track, etc. Like is that what he's doing basically, kind of thing?
All aspects, bro.
All
aspects of your life, whether it's like spiritually, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally. That's he's just been somebody that we could all look to and receive that kind of help from. Do you know what I mean? And he's raised people who can do that now as well. It's not even just him. There's 12 other people that look like him, or there's 70 people that actually look like him, and that you can go to him and be like, look, this is what I'm doing, or I need help in this area. Do you know what I mean?
So could someone random off the road go to him and say, yo, I want to change my life? Would he just say yes, or like how?
He'd probably tell you, yeah, go speak to Srose.
Okay.
Because you know, it's like now there's different levels of like people you can relate to.
Yeah.
When he was coming from football and he needed to get the next chapter of his life, he was introduced to business.
Yeah.
If someone wants to do music and they want to like get into like the whole music industry, they're gonna come through myself or Bread. Different spheres and industries we can expose people to because we've been raised to think like that, and I feel like that's the problem with our community. We don't have leaders. Now, when I was growing up, we would call now I would see that the elders as leaders, but they misled us. And I made a good choice to follow right people because most of the elders that I know now, if I can look at them and say and ask myself, do I want to be like them? The answer is no. Like totally. Like it's insanity to keep on doing the same thing expecting a different result.
But if you sit there and say, would you want to look like Pastor Toby?
100%.
I'm trying to do what
I know it's not even the look because clothes is nothing. It's, like
clothes is expensive though.
No, it's expensive, but like
it's not even, bro. There's no clothes I haven't worn. There's no car I've not driven. So it's beyond that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, alright, cool. So watch this. What I'm saying is, say the perception of him is he's a pastor. So everyone's thinking, how does a pastor look this rich? Do you understand what I'm saying? You guys are telling me he's like a overall kind of like leader and someone that will help you. So basically, he's a pastor of not just like church, of like life coaching.
I feel like that's what a pastor should be, though.
What is church?
I feel like that's what a
pastor should be. Anyway, that's
what I'm a pastor. He's a pastor.
Yeah.
That's what I am. If one of my little boys from my area comes to me now, and says, "Oh, I've got an issue," I'm gonna sit down with the guy. I'm gonna sit down with the issue. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like you should, as a pastor, as a leader, you should be able to tackle or help someone out in every type of situation, or try to.
And you know so mad about that as well, because I'm even just thinking back to when I was on the streets and stuff, and then the young boys used to come to me for help. Me even taking the decision to lead them and help them in what, even if it was good or bad, it's still a level of leading people. So like even when I was on the roads, I didn't know that I was a leader, but I was leading people. It's just Pastor Toby brought that to my understanding that you're a leader, like people's life depend on you, and it's like now I'm more intentional with the way I think now, because I understand that before I could just do anything I wanted with my life. I could ride out, I could do this, I could do that, but not knowing that people's life actually depend on me. So now I make certain decisions better because I know that people's life depend on what I do.
Me personally, like, you're a leader.
Yeah.
100%.
Man know this, what I'm saying.
There's nobody. You're from Birmingham, right? West Midlands. Nobody's doing what you're doing, bro. Because no one from our demographic, no one. So you're a leader. You're someone that they can. I'm telling you, there's people you don't know that are looking at you thinking, like, raw. My man. That I want to be like, if I could get one,
if I could
word
get the bus,
you know what I mean?
just the bus alone. Even the
mean?
little details like take risk on the chair, they're thinking.
So I think all PT done for us is to show us that you're a leader. At like one.
Okay.
You get it? And from there, like even him just saying, I'm thinking, right, like, there's man actually a leader. You're just intrigued. You're like, okay, so how? You feel me? So
I hear that, man. You know what it is? I just feel as if like the internet kind of have a one-sided version, so it's good to speak to you lot and see like the positive side. Then you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's just all negative on the internet, but I'm just saying that like the perception is obviously now you're saying it's like leadership, etc. I kind of more understand it, but before I was just thinking, yo, is a rich pastor that just does pastoring. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I understand now. I get it. Cool.
Yeah.
Number 2 now, safe. So then Hope Dealers comes about, blah blah. Then TK Mad Max comes about as part of or as an extension of. Yeah, that's how it seemed. Yeah. How did he come about?
You know, I'll speak of that because obviously I was the one that actually bought him. And of course, like our backgrounds are similar, the same. He lived with me at Housden, in my house as well. Anything he needed at the time as well, I gave it to him. And like I was just genuinely wanted to help him. And obviously the song Trap Mash came about because we was in our house. We said, you know what, we're gonna put a spin on drill.
Yeah.
So obviously he had some lyrics that were inappropriate for at that time. Yeah. And I said, you know what, we're gonna twist some words here. And obviously it came out and it was very, very successful. But it just came about for love for people. Like I didn't really care about Trap Mash. I wasn't looking to blow in music. My genuine desire was to change people's lives. Like it wasn't because I'm trying to do music and that, because even that kind of music, it doesn't even make sense from the background I'm coming from. I only done that just to show him that, you know what, you can do this too. And obviously he got that result that it got, which is great. But I generally just had the love for people. And even if you go and ask him today, or anybody that's like been in my constituency, they will tell you that no, like he loves people genuinely. Like there's nothing that I haven't given away. Like no one in our community opens up their house. No one gives away their clothes. No one even shares the last they have, even if it's their last. No one's trying to go to that extent. And I feel like because he met me in that environment, he didn't mind being a part because he saw the extent I was willing to go. Do you understand? So like he saw that and he witnessed that and he felt that. And
so was this so like, don't you think that was like mad to like recruit him because he was kind of like on the judge thing a bit? Like it looked at like the songs he was talking about, and then he sat down and done that thing and that when he's explaining what he did and that blah blah, which I showed bare people and they're saying they didn't think it was real. I think that was real though, personally, because I think people do mad things out there. You get what I'm trying to say? So cool. So why someone that was doing that did that give you more of a motivation to want to change what they were doing, or you just?
I didn't care about the judge or like you see when you have a desire for people, it doesn't matter what they do. They could come, they could do whatever. They could be the worst. But you see when you've been exposed to something great, you just want to show that person that that's inside you too. I didn't see the negative parts of a person. I was just trying to get the best out. And I feel like I got the best out. He had a talent for music, and we used that to reach other people.
Definitely. And that whole him being a part of it at that time blew it up even more, basically, because obviously the documentaries come out, everything's going on, boom, 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 everyone's talking about it, blah blah, and then the song was just like, I don't know if the song was before it, but either way, the song definitely added to the whole perspective of it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that was another good look as well. But how did that like break away then? Like, how did the relationship with him?
I'm actually trying to remember. I actually can't remember. I'm not too sure. I actually can't remember, but I do remember him messaging me and saying I think he wants to do his own thing. He wants to be a rapper or whatever. He wants to succeed in rap or whatever he wants to do. And I said, you know what, that's fine. Like no one's holding you. Like you have a free will to be whoever you want to be. I feel like at this stage I've showed you what you can be and the heights you can go to. I wish you all the best. And even that, and obviously you've seen the whole controversy, him getting to speak and say whatever he wants to say. But I met him face to face after, and with all of that said, someone from my past, obviously the question was, has Srose really changed?
Okay.
But after all that talk and that, you would expect me to respond the way I would have usually from my past life. But for me, that was like a test. Like my capacity to love was tested because I had a reason to hate. So at that moment, I met him live in the flesh, and I shook his hand. You know, like
you didn't have no emotions towards the situation.
I decided that that's not who I am no longer. Like there and then, my past was in my face. there's nobody in Newham that spoke about me that have not done anything too. You don't speak about me and nothing happens. So there and then, all the messages that I was hearing up until that time, it was like it was preparing me for that day. And I just realized that no, like the hood don't have like a hold or strong hold over me anymore. Like I'm in charge. I can make the choice to do whatever I want to. I'm no longer a victim of circumstance. I'm not a victim of this. I'm not a victim of what he says. Or and I don't have anything bad to say about the person till now. Like my arms are open to everyone. I don't mind. There's people that have spoken bad or had a perception of what we may be doing, and they've met me, we've had a conversation, and things are different. I'm open to conversation. I'm very, like, I want to have a conversation. Like, I'm dying to have a conversation.
So, obviously, you said that he was basically questioning, have you changed? Would you say you've changed? Like, obviously, from what you say it was before to now, the person I'm meeting today, like, it would seem like you've changed, but do you still have the... Obviously, I know you're saying that you was battling with yourself to not go to the roadway of dealing with it, yeah, but have you 100% in your head changed?
I think I have. And I say that because if I didn't, the evidence will be shown. Like, I would have responded totally different. Like, a person doesn't look like, they don't wake up and just change overnight. You're still gonna have that battle every single day. It's almost like you versus you. And it's like, imagine the new version of myself being birthed for like maybe 2-3 years versus 22 years of my past life. Now, I could easily have fell victim for that person. But I overcame that person. So it wasn't about like anybody like against me. It was actually me versus me. Situations, circumstances, asking me the question, have you changed? And there and then in that moment, I made that the choice. And I can say that I have.
And a circumstance is better than just a question, basically. So if you've seen it in the flesh that you've changed because you know you would have reacted one way.
Exactly.
Then I hear that. Alright, cool. The change thing now, you're saying you've changed in that, yeah, but bro, man, fam. So like, what about the Gallum thing, bro? Because man are obviously man are Christian. You know what the Bible says is what should go on. Boom, boom, boom. What go on with the Gallum, fam?
You know, and I'll say it again. Like, no one's perfect. Everything is a choice.
The choice.
You understand? It doesn't mean no. It doesn't mean as a man that you're not gonna see a woman that looks beautiful or whatnot. The issue is the choice you're willing to make. I can't make certain decisions because it affects certain things. So it's like decisions decide destiny. Yes, I can, but I can't.
Are you under like wait until you're married to like, you know?
You see, the thing is that no, I
you know, it's the way he started. He's like, you see the thing, go on, bro.
There's like the way we have to live our life here is if we're gonna be a president of a country later on in life. Now, there's people looking up to us, so there's certain decisions that we can't make. We're trying to pull people out of that lifestyle, so we can't fall for the world that we're trying to save.
Well, everyone makes mistakes, though, basically.
Of course.
I hear that. What's your thoughts on this?
The same thing. That we have to live, like, we have to live our life as if in the next 10 years we're gonna be leading some sort of nation or whatever. And right now, there's like at least 300 young boys in like my community that look up to me solely. And like there's certain things I'm telling them not to do, so it'll be mad hypocritical if I'm going off and doing it. It's just for me, that's fugazi. So
hear me, no, I like that. You gotta live your life like, that's
like, I'm not living.
I promise you.
Honestly, I'm not living as if like today. I'm living for the person that I'm gonna be in 10 years time. I'm constantly thinking 10 years ahead. All right, I'm gonna do this. So if I'm gonna be say for example, I'm gonna be a president of a nation. Let's just say I am. In the time that they're making me the president, is some girl gonna pull up one picture of me? Do you know what I'm saying? Or to say that this and this happened. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like that. So I'm not saying that's not to say that people don't make mistakes. I'm not saying that though. But I'm saying that that's the level of
thought process
that's the thought process that we're thinking with, the attention to detail that we're moving, because we know we're somebody already. Do you know what I mean?
This is what I'm trying to see. This I can see, yeah, that like you lot's got this you lot got the teacher. Did you get that from my man, basically? Pastor Toby, did he instill? No, big man, no, I'm not. The reason I'm asking that is, because you both kind of said the same thing, but that's also just made me think about myself. Like, in terms of the way you lot speak here is like very like confident about like leadership and I know what I mean, fam. But what I'm trying to say is, I feel as if some of the things you lot have been saying, like you lot have articulated some of the thoughts that I think, if you understand what I'm saying, like what you just said about like about you gotta act like you're gonna be a president in 10 years time. If I actually thought like that, a lot of the things I do today I would not be doing, when I think about it. So what I'm saying is, I feel that's what I'm saying about like that's why I was asking if you got it from Pastor Toby, because that is actually a positive, and that is actually showing that it's a teaching as well as like whatever else he's doing, as in pastoring and blah blah blah. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I was trying to use that as an example. But what I'm saying is, genuinely, that has made me think about like life and that. I swear, bro, that has, what you said there has made me think about life, because if you thought about yourself as you are going to be Barack Obama, for example, bro, if you think like, bro, if they would not let me be Barack, bro, if they would not let me be Barack, fam, bro.
But you know what? It's certain people, like a lot of us, coming from where we're coming from, we make decisions because we just don't think we're gonna be anything. And then those decisions then block off what we could potentially be. So I always tell the people that's younger than me, or the people that's around me that look up to me or whatever, I say, look, no, live your life as if you're 17 now, live your life like you're 27. I say everything that I'm saying to you, I'm 27. Everything I'm saying to you, you can now be 27 in a 17-year-old's body. Literally. I said that's how you need to live. That's the
it's exposure.
That's what we're saying to these guys. You feel me? So. For me, I never had nobody growing up that would be telling me these things as well.
It's just about exposure. Like that's exactly what Brad said. If there was somebody that would have told us this when we was growing up, we would have lived our lives differently. Nobody told us anything. And that's our job, to bring certain people to that awareness of who you can be. Like, break certain boundaries. Take risk.
No, I agree.
Even you living like a 27-year-old is a risk. It's a mad risk.
Definitely.
It's the ultimate risk you have to take for you to be somebody. Imagine, like, there's certain friends you have to shake off. It's a risk.
Literally, and listen, watch this. Like, even like, as you were saying, like, what you said about like the things that you do can actually stop you being. Because you don't think you're going to be anything, you'll do things that could stop you being what you
live a lesser life.
Yes, because watch this now. Like, all man's bedrooms that say, forget man's bedrooms. What I'm saying is, if you have certain mad charges in that, you, obviously, there's ways around it, but if you had certain mad charges, say you can't go to America, but say it was, not say it was destined, but say you are mad, say you're Off-White of over here, and you could now take your business to another level in America, but because of the decisions you made, because you didn't think you could be anything, you now can't go to America, fam. That's what
it's gonna come and visit you one way or another.
Man, are gonna have to speak more. I need you, man, around. I swear to God, man, sitting there like, yo, we're having higher level conversations right now, bro. Like,
you know what?
I'm telling you, the decisions I made at 22 is why is what you're seeing today. It's not the decision I made yesterday. The decision I made at 22, 23 is what you're seeing today. The decision you made to I don't know what made you start Take Risks and Prosper, bro. I don't know. I remember when it started. I don't know what told you to do that at all. But that decision is why you're able to, bro. You bought this from from Take Risks and Prosper.
And little did you
got
know
the
that-
logo here.
Trust, try to say I didn't own it as well. I don't like
I was
that.
And little did you know that
Get the
people
logbooks out.
exist in your world just from you doing that, taking that risk.
Yeah,
There's
no,
certain people that
you know,
exist
there's
in your
brands,
world.
there's brands that tell, there's brands that's like literally like quite big, yeah, that are telling man, yo, I started this thing because I saw you doing that in the back of the car, and I'm like,
So can you see the responsibility that's on your shoulders?
Nah, I hear that, I hear
like, people exist in your world, and unless you take a certain risk, you'll never be able to reach them.
The scary thing about it is that we come into the world thinking that this is it. This is everything that we see around us is how life's gonna be. Not knowing that somebody created NatWest, somebody created whatever Nike. So we're living in everybody else's world, but everybody has the ability to create their own. You created your own. We created our own. So it's like, don't get mad at us for creating a world that everybody else is creating, but everyone just wants to do everyone.
We're getting
what everyone else is
criticised for a
doing.
world that we're creating, but everybody else is living in it with somebody else.
which kind of goes back to what I was saying about you man making the church thing more cool, which is like you lot created a different kind of wave and a different kind of, you get what I'm saying? Because like before, like I would like now I feel like I'm not saying it's okay to just pull up to church in a tracksuit, but what I'm saying is like if you're there for the word, what does it matter what you got on type of thing, you get what I'm saying? But I feel as if like you like ushered that in, which is once again creating the world that you want to live in, you understand what I'm saying? Obviously from Beckton and that blah blah. Beckton is still active and going on right now in terms of like the gang beef, etc., etc. As far as I'm from Brentford, no, I don't know. I'm saying, as far as I know, it's still going on. You ain't old enough to be completely like generations away from it. How do you have to like either maneuver, or is it a thing where everyone just knows now? I've changed my life.
You know what? Yeah, I don't have ops. My ops. No, wait.
I don't know, but I'm just saying. Go on.
I don't have ops.
Yeah.
My ops now are corporations holding wealth back from our poor society.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my ops now.
Yeah.
If somebody else believes that I'm their op, that's because their lack of exposure, and they don't understand who they want to be yet. But you see, if you want to be somebody in life, you don't have ops. You don't really have ops.
Yeah.
As a leader, you have to be a unifier, meaning that I can't have ops, and I can't dictate or change the way another person sees me. But the only thing I can do is change my perception on what an op is. Of course, I've done things in the past, and that certain people may want to retaliate too. But for anybody that wants to be something in life, you're not gonna be going around life and saying you got ops and stuff like that. So that doesn't stop me. My past doesn't stop me from doing what I need to do. Now, there's people from Forest Gate, Stratford, Plaistow, all manner of areas that may not like me, but I don't even consider those people as ops or anybody that I dislike at this level or this time in life. Because of what I see myself as. And I would encourage those people too, if I met them, to do the same. In fact, there's people that I speak to, I won't say no names, but there's people that I speak to, I encourage them to change their ways, and they've seen me. The question is, have you changed? And they've met me, and they know that I've changed. Do you understand? And the thing about when you want to change a community, you start one by one. So I'm having constant conversations. I'm having many conversations with different people, because as a leader, my whole philosophy is to unify people. Now, what leader doesn't unify people? I can't have somebody from that area or this area. The way I see it is that if Newham was one and they understood who they need to be, then I think that would be a better area. MPs will come out of that area. Community leaders will come out of that area. Better footballers, better musicians will understand. People that want to create things. We will be able to do something with our lives rather than allowing the system to fail us, because there's already systems set up to fail people that want to call people ops.
And we're making it worse.
We're making it worse.
I hear you. But let's say you're in Stratford, Westfield one day,
I've been. The funniest thing is that I've been there.
Yeah.
I went there with my mate and a couple of the Spat Nation, and I think at the time somebody tried to approach my friend, but they didn't know that like we was with the Spat Nation because their faces are not familiar to those guys.
Yeah.
But they didn't know that as soon as they approached us, it's like the whole family like came as one. United, do you know what I mean? And it's like that wasn't to like oppose anybody, but that was just showing that I think people were just concerned like, okay, what's going on? And when people saw like the family merging together, they started to flee.
But hear me, wait there, listen, hear the scenario. You're in Stratford, Westfield. You're with significant other, female, cool. You're in Stratford, Westfield. You know, you're in JD, you're chilling, you're trying to see what's going on. A group of 2 walk in aggressively to see you. They're talking about back in the day, etc. What's your response to that? They're on some aggressive. I'm not really hearing what you're saying about nowadays. I'm talking about back in the day. We're looking to get it cracking. What are you on?
The thing is, I wouldn't even be there.
Nah! I'm not hearing it! No. Alright, cool. We're here right now. Randomly.
No, just one. I wouldn't be there. And even if okay, you said if we was here. Now I don't believe at this stage of take risk that you take that risk.
No. I'm saying, say we was filming on a main strip somewhere in London. I come to you like in London. I mean on a main strip. Someone sees the bus, says, "Oh, there's gonna be someone in there. Let me have a look." Boom, comes here, sees you're in the bus now. This would never happen because I never put anyone in this position. But I'm just saying. Say that happens now. What's your like? You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? What's going on? I'm not sitting there trying to bait you into saying, "Yo, I'm gonna get aggressive and I'm gonna attack people." I'm not trying to bait you into saying that. But I'm saying, if someone's, I'm sure this is defensive.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
It's a defensive thing.
See for me, I won't know until the situation happens. But the way I see it,
bro, no, not just him. You're good as well. You two,
I will never know until it happens. But as from this point of view now, I just don't believe that would happen. I just believe that nothing bad can happen to me. It's impossible.
Yeah, I hear that.
And even if that situation occurs, it's not against me, it's for me. That conversation will come at the right time, just the way this conversation came at the right time. It will come at the right time.
I hear that. I feel like that's a good way to think about it as well, man. Because everyone's got a past, and everyone's got people that don't like them, and that, you get what I'm saying. And like, even with myself, I've had to just deal with the fact that man's a businessman, but not everyone's gonna like me because of whatever before, and like. I just have to deal with the situation when it comes, bro. But hopefully it don't happen because like man doesn't want to do nothing like that, bro. I'm just trying to be in a positive. You get what I'm trying to say? I will defend myself, but I don't want to even be in the situation. You know what I'm saying?
You say you don't want to do it.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do nothing, fam. Everyone just leave me alone, please, bro. I'm chilling. Like, but I'm not trying to say it was to the degree of what obviously you was like involved in like actual gang, and I've never been in the gang. You know what I'm saying? So it's more personal, but. Yourself, I'm saying
I wouldn't call it a gang, you know.
Oh, fair enough. I don't want to put that on you. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't call it a gang. I swear to you, I wouldn't call it a gang because, like, I'm not even gonna act like I was the baddest guy.
Yeah.
But one thing I did do is I defended people that couldn't defend themselves. From young. And to the point where I became the main face. Do you understand? It's not because like I grew up and I was a crazy person and stuff like that. I grew up, I loved God, I wanted to play football, I wanted to do something with my life. But when my friend got into a situation, I just ended up defending them more than they could defend themselves. And that's how I became prominent. So I just see it as that I just kept on serving. I'm not even from Beckton. Do you understand? I'm not even from Beckton. I grew up in Plaistow, so I know people from Plaistow. I know people from Stratford. I know people from Srose. They were all my friends. Do you understand? I started playing football with a friend of mine from Beckton, and I started getting close to people in Beckton. Do you understand? So I just ended up defending somebody that couldn't defend themselves. And I just became prominent, and all of a sudden I've been looked at as that. But it's like, my past is proverbial to the life I'm living now.
Yeah. So you wouldn't change
I'm a
nothing?
defender of people. Like I lead people.
Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Do you understand? Like I care for people. I take risk for people.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. You understand?
Nothing's changed.
It's just the only thing that's changed is my ideology.
Yeah,
Like the way I think now. Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
I'm taking calculated risk. Risk that makes sense with right people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like I want like £1 million, £1 billion risk, like level of risk. Not me driving in a digger to Forest Gate. It's like it doesn't even make sense for my life. I think the other day I took a trip out of the country. First time on the plane after years.
Serious? So you don't travel like that?
No, like this is after years. Like I don't travel. Yeah. I was looking at the window and I said, it was going to Barcelona, right, for a business trip. I looked at the window and I said, so my whole life was subject to that area. Like my whole life. Some people don't know the city exists. Like some people don't even know another country exists. Like it's so bad.
And that's what I feel like a big thing that people need to do is travel for them to see that like why would you care about?
And it's not only traveling, it's just exposure.
Exposure.
You see, exposure is the greatest thing a leader can give you. Like it breaks barriers in your mind. Like even the ability to even, let's say, and this is something minor, but the ability to put on a suit, go to the city. The ability to even get £100 whatever you want in life. Like just those little things, exposing your mind and letting your mind know that you can actually do it, because what like that does is it breeds confidence. And every time you're confident, it allows you to win more. It develops a winning mindset. But it's like, you see, when you're in the end, see when you're losing, all the losses, someone's doing chop in the back door, but they've lost. They've lost. So you're just developing
lose a bedroom to the road, lose a bedroom to jail.
You're losing so much. You're losing. You lose a bedroom, you lose a pack, you lose some. You're devolving as a human being. Like you can't. So like when you're exposed, you just don't want to go back.
I agree. I agree.
You understand? Okay, I'll just give this example. There's Morley's. Nothing wrong with Morley's. Absolutely amazing. Then there's sirloin steak. Now
you don't want to go back to Morley's.
You know, like the kind of people you're around, it's different. Do you understand? And that's why I understand rich people. They don't want to be around. You understand? They don't even want to. They don't even want to engage in a conversation with you because your mindset is so minor. You don't even know how to talk or how to act. Like someone's smoking weed in the city, and then coming into the Dorchester Hotel, smelling of absolute like, come on. You go to a business meeting. Do you know what I mean? It just don't make sense. And remember, I used to smoke weed, and that's how some of those things fell off me. It just didn't suit. Like the weed and the city, it just don't mix. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's like the greatest thing that like I was given was exposure. Like it broke boundaries in my mind, and still till today, the reason why like I'm so inspired and I'm continuing this journey as well with the family is because I'm inspired every single week. And there's Pastor Toby, and there's a whole array of different leaders.
He's just the face of it, basically.
I'm an inspiration to somebody else, many other people. But somebody else is also my inspiration. It's a hub of inspiration, and it's hard to find that in London City. I was homeless. Do you understand? Like I was homeless, like at a place in my life here where I needed help the most. And it's like when I came in here, it's like I felt that family, like the gathering of the family, like it changed my life forever.
But hear me though, is it the like the family structure and that side of it that brought it together, or is it like God and that brought it together?
I've never met God before, you know. But that's the thing, like that was the representation of God that I saw. That love.
Okay,
So that's what even made me even have some sort of curiosity into what God was, or what He's like, or His characteristics, and that's where I found that family love type of feel. That's what even led me to that. Remember, I'm not coming from a Christian background or nothing like that. So that's the only representation of God that I saw. And for me, if love is, if God is love and love is God, then that was it for me. That's what led me to be curious enough to even want to know. And bearing in mind, no other person has made me feel like that anyway. No other group or church has made me want to be curious enough to want to know about God. So that's where I'm coming from. So I didn't have a choice, really. Do you know what I mean? So
what about yourself? How do you...
I think it's similar as well. Like I've never met God either. Do you know what I mean? And the one thing that I know that when I came in that like broke certain barriers down for me, because I think I was very, very antisocial, but the love that people showed me, it was like unbearable. And it's like I'm so inspired to do that for another person because it was done to me. I only wanted to stab people in the street because I was stabbed. I started hurting people because I was hurt. Like because I was loved, like I love people. So it's like I'm just a byproduct of what happened to me.
I was listening to like more recent music here, and I feel like I've heard less of the triple, you know, like the triple entendres. Is that what it's called? Where like you say, like when you're trying to say that, when you say like, for example, before you saying like the WAP's like the Bible type of thing, and remember you saying like using different words for different things, but so it could relate to people and that. Yeah. Nowadays, I don't really hear. I just basically like, I think is it called American All Stars, that song, and it basically just sounded like a drill song. Basically, it didn't really sound like there was the same message that was originally with the Hope Dealers. So what?
I am the message. I'm the message.
Yeah, but if the message, but if
not what I was saying. So for example, yeah.
I don't know about that, man.
For example, yeah. I could rap that way. Some people may listen to it, but it's about the people that I'm trying to appeal to. That song has got us into certain conversations that we needed to get into.
Yeah, but if you're then watch this. But if you're saying that you can't do certain things because the people that's watching you lead them, basically, is like you're telling them not to do certain things.
You said it. Is doing, not saying. We're saying we're not. No, you said it. We're not. It's not like we're going on the streets and doing the drill.
I hear
you understand? But they already know the people that we're leading. We've carried them along.
The people that don't know though. The people that don't know.
The people that the people that we're leading with, we've carried them like along. Yeah, so they understand what we're saying. Even if you check the history, people would know what we're saying. If we talk about riding out or WAPs, they would know. People are not stupid. Yeah. And if you do feel like we're going off topic, you can ask a question. But you're not gonna see the Hope Dealer in the streets, shooting no guns or whatever. You already know what we're trying to do. We campaign every week. Hundreds of people. Like we host events for people to come to every single week. Yeah. No one's gonna be hosting events and have their face out there and be going to drill. Yeah.
So why say it then, bro?
No, so like you like what S was saying, from the beginning, you followed the journey of what we mean by when we're saying WAPs or we're going to go and ride out, so I might just not be explaining what I'm saying in my music anymore.
I get I get that, because you don't want to just beat them over the head with explaining every time. I hear that. But if you don't know, the new youths are gonna think that like they're not gonna understand, because remember, alright, then you'll say, alright, like cool. So when did Trap Mash come out? 17 or 18? 18. Say Trap Mash come out 18. You man was explaining it. Everyone's understanding. Everyone can see your explanation. Like everyone's seeing, boom, this is what they mean. This is what they're saying. Now, the little youths that was not in tune in 18 are now seeing in 2023. Yo, these men are talking like this. So, like, unless they have the conversation, they might just watch the music video and think, all right, yeah, cool, and then carry on. They might not say, oh, you know what? I need to have a conversation and see what they mean by that. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel as if that's a bit going against the message of what men are preaching.
Is that song good or not?
The song's good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. That's
No,
not the point,
wait.
Do you know?
The song yeah, is so good, yeah.
Yeah.
And the lyrics here is better than an average drill rapper. What they would do.
But that's not. The,
No, wait.
Go on.
We need to get into certain conversations with certain people. There's certain people we're trying to appeal to.
Yeah, but fam, you man's created a whole different lane, bro. Like this is like, alright, watch this. I don't know if you remember someone called Quay or Clinch. Yeah, he used to do property drill. Like he used to rap like on a drill beat about property and about I think he worked in a rental estate agent and he was literally rapping. Bro, that song was hard. The second song he dropped, boom, same kind of content, boom. I'm thinking, yeah, hard. Then he just started going a total different way, and I was like, oh, not hard, because everyone else sounds like this, bro. I want to hit when you man was. Oh, it's controversial, but when you man was doing the with the Bible in the hand and all that, yeah, I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying do that for the whole time.
You have to evolve.
You have to evolve.
So like, there's even no, but the thing is, there's even songs we've made, yeah. If you go on Spotify, and Apple Music and that, there's songs that we've made where, if you listen to them, what talk is deep. We don't even do drill like that.
Yeah, so you're saying that's just to capture the audience, basically.
There's certain things that we do that we know intentionally this is gonna cause a certain reaction for a certain cause.
You see that drill space, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, off of the back of that music, yeah, there's so much people killing each other.
Yeah, definitely.
The reason why we have to make songs like that, yeah, is to appeal to those people that could potentially harm somebody on the road.
Yeah, no, if you're not saying to them, listen, after this song, come chat to me.
No. Like I said to you, we campaign every single week.
There's other things that we're doing alongside that people know what we're doing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
For example.
You know what it is? I was with men, until I saw that song, and I'm not even just that song, until I started to hear less of the explanation. And I know, like, you have to evolve, etc. But I'm saying, bro, that was you man's lane, fam.
How do I put it? Like, I'm into nation building. Like, I don't care what race you are, what religion you are, what anything you are. As long as you're a person, you're a human being. If I can help, I'm gonna help you. I don't care. I'm not trying to necessarily tell you, be a Christian or nothing. I'm not gonna listen. Whatever you are, as long as it's humanity, I'm for you, and that's me as a person. And whether you're inspired to then want to be like me, and even if it's in another religion or whatever, then that's what it is. So we're not just trying to appeal to Christians. I'm trying to appeal to the world.
Fair enough. All right, I'm hearing that. So I feel as if then it's yeah. So basically, this is built off helping family and helping family and making things better, basically, more than built off Christianity. That's how it seems to me. Like it seems more like it's a group of people trying to do the right thing, like, and positively, more than following like exactly what the Bible teaches it to follow. If you understand what I'm saying.
I believe Christ.
Yeah.
I follow Christ.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Bread. I believe if he was here in this day and age, he would be doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. As in, he wouldn't watch race, religion, whatever it is, and he'll be trying to help humanity. That's what I believe, and I'm a believer of Christ. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not fabricated. I genuinely I love people. I genuinely want to help people to the best of my abilities, and so that's off of debate. That's off of what I believe what Christ would do.
You man have got the best media training I have seen. I promise you, bro. You man, whatever the teachings or the leaders that you man look up to, I need to find them, man, because them man have got you, man. You man are sick with this, I'll be honest, bro. I'll be honest, fam. Like, as the group, you wear a belly.
Oh, no, I took off.
Oh, you took it off? You took it off in general now?
Off
it's
now.
off in general.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was about to say, like, why didn't you wear it now, blah, blah, but you took it off in general. Alright. So the reason you wore it in the first place was.
I got a line, yeah.
Mm.
I say, I wore my belly. My investors couldn't see me doing drill. I didn't think they'll ever trust a nigga rapping, do a drill. No, do a deal.
Do a deal, yeah. Okay.
So it's like, So it's like, I got an office in Mayfair. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to run a hedge fund. I'm trading. I've got like my money. I've got other people's money that man's trading and whatever. How are people trusting me? And I'm a drill rapper at the same time. So it's like, and at the time, you're talking 017, 018, all controversial people as well. I said to myself, look, let me just put the value on. This was just for a Christmas party. We weren't trying to, I was never trying to be a rapper. I never had no intentions of rapping or anything. I just done I done an 8-bar for a Christmas party like, as a joke. And then just someone filmed me and they said it was church. It wasn't even church.
Okay.
And then it went viral. It was on. I woke up. People are messaging me saying, "Yo, bro, you're on Shade, bro. You're on Made You Think. You're on this. You're on." I'm just bait. I'm like, what? I click. I see my face. Well, I see myself like doing what I'm doing, and then from there that's when I joined Hope Dealers. I just ran with it.
Oh, from that.
I wasn't trying to. I'm a businessman. I'm not trying to rap at all. I'm trying to stay out of it. So then, and at the time, I think I said, nah, let me, because I was playing football, I never done school and all of that stuff. So I was like, nah, let me try to go and do uni. So I'm trying to put my life together. And now, like, I'm being like a rapper, and I'm not trying to be a rapper. So then from there, I just put the value on, and I just thought, you know what, this is what people want. I'm gonna just run with it. I'm gonna run with it.
Because at the time, I was thinking, like, bro, these men are still on the roads right now, but they got a love for the Lord. And they're
so I would read some of the comments, I'll just be laughing, you know.
Big man tick, fam. Trust me, bro. But you know what it is, bro? That was like a moment in history, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? That was a moment in history that like it's mad to say that you played a part in, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, when it comes to, like, say, UK history now, that was a proper, actual thing that happened. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it was you, man. You get what I'm saying? So, do you, man, still go to SPAC Nation? Like, is it still called SPAC Nation? No, it's called The Nation.
It's the family, but it's SPAC Nation.
The family, but for SPAC Nation, yeah. Is that still a church? Like, is it still like held in? Was it held in hotels or?
It's still a church.
Yeah.
It's still a church, and in fact, there's like we run different services every other week. So there was a service on Sunday. A service on this Sunday coming. So it's in different places.
Okay. So what? Where's that around the city? Like, where would you? Like, what?
So like, it's not in one. Our story is that it's never been in one fixed location. We could pop up and say we're doing church in. It's always in the city. So it's like we could say we're doing it in Holborn, or next week we do it.
Yeah, we can even come to Birmingham.
Birmingham. We've done a service in Leicester. We've done one. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm saying a challenge to do one in Brum, fam. I'm there, bro. I'm there. I'll promote it. I'm trying to be there.
Listen, look,
yeah, but I need to be. I want to be there, bro.
Yeah, listen, we'll do it all day long.
Okay. So what is it? You man that run it, or what? Like, how does it work, bro? Like,
so at the moment as well, there's like four places where we campaign. So there's hope, movement, freedom, and influence.
So we run hope. The hope campaign.
Okay.
If you come to, we had a hope campaign service probably about 2 weeks ago. There you'll see him talking, rapping, performances, the word coming.
Let's catch up to the present day. So what is it like you guys do at the moment? Like, what do you do for, like, as businesses, whatever?
We co-found a studio, full service entertainment company called Limitless XYZ in the heart of Soho, where we literally work with many different artists, producers, engineers, whether that's down to recording a session or helping them go through their contracts that they've got with a record label or whatever. Just basically artist development, like a full service for anybody wanting to get involved within the music industry. So that's what we're doing.
Okay. So it's literally Hence the word limitless. It's like basically limitless to do with the music thing. Like if you
Literally.
could go in there on a I want to rap. You can go in there. I want to produce. I want to be.
There's people that's come into the studio. Yeah, they don't know how to rap.
Yeah.
And by the time like we've spent like the course of like a month with them, they can rap.
They got
we sat down with people like and helped them.
So we went to like a music business school, Point Blank.
Yeah, Point Blank.
For a year. But I think that was like 2-3 years ago or something like that. So now what we do, we hold masterclasses. Masterclasses, which is like a 3-day, 4-day course where we sit down and go through the business aspect of music, the things that they should be looking at. Like a lot of people want to know about copyright, intellectual property, or what is a 360 deal? Why do you need a music lawyer? Those type of things. And we have like a cohort of 15 to 20 young people every single month that pay for the course, come down, and we're basically teaching them. We get Sony, Warner, Universal down, and like they help us sponsor the event as well. So that's what we're doing actively every single month. The masterclass. That's what we're focused on, pouring the knowledge that we have, and times where we could have even earned money from some of the stuff that we've done and things we've learned over the years, to help them. So for example, like Trap Mash was in FIFA. Like, yeah, I think it was like FIFA 18 or FIFA 19, but
that's crazy.
We never got no bread for that because certain things weren't patterned, and up until we started getting certain things in order. So we just knew that we had, of course, mix of our passion for people and music that we was doing. We knew that, look, let's just focus and start building people in this aspect. So that's what we're doing now.
That's proper things, though. That's proper things.
We've worked with everyone.
I see the gram. That's cool. I see who's on the gram. I see some serious people. So how did they find that? What's it called? Limitless XYZ on the gram. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
I think there's 3 stages to a man's life. Yeah, there's the influence stage. The influence stage is like in your early 20s, mid 20s, whatever. Then you transform to community stage. So Take Risk right now is a community. You've done the influence side of things. Everybody's wearing your clothes. Now you have a community, and then after the community stage is nations. After this, after you've worked your community, that working of the community is meant to take you internationally. This is an international platform, bro. Like, and you don't. When you first started doing the clothing, you never knew you'd get into interviews. You never know in the community stage where you're gonna head into. You could get into movies, bro. Who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like the working, and like I think S said it earlier. He said the next chapter of your life is in another person. You don't know who from your community you're gonna meet, and is gonna take you into a whole nother world, or spark the thought of where you're gonna go to next. So we're just saying to ourselves, look, okay, cool. We've been through the influence stage. People know us a bit. We now have a community with that. We're working this community daily. We're having small conversations, like 2,000 small conversations, one after one, letting people hear what we have to say. And then I have no doubt in the world we're gonna touch the world.
Nations,
I swear to you, I have no doubt in the world, because I know who I am. Do you know what I'm saying? And I speak. The maddest thing is, I speak when I recognize people like me. I reached out to you. I recognize people like that. Do you know what I mean? So, sorry, bro. So I know that the next step for even a Take Risk is nations. But people, what happens? People get to the community bit. They don't work their community. They feel like they get comfortable in that, or they feel like, I meant to eat from this, and then they never make it to the nations bit. Some people get influenced, and then they just don't care about the community, so they stay there.
Right? And you know the saddest thing is that they just don't understand how to work the community.
How would you say to work the community?
You got to be constantly speaking, inspiring conversations.
That's why I love this.
Yeah, that's why I love this. Because you don't understand. You may think you think that we have some media training, but what you don't understand is that we've had 2,000 conversations in our studio. The same thing.
Believe me, bro. Everyone asks us these questions every single day.
So now, what is it like the controversial ones, kind of ones?
We've had to answer some hard questions, bro, because of who we are and all of that stuff. So remember, this is like the whole controversy stuff happened 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
From then, so we're talking about 4 or 5 years of
yeah.
conversations, and that's how one after one we've artist after artist we've worked with, or corporation after corporation we've worked with. They've seen us.
Yeah,
they saw the newspaper article. They saw the Victoria Derbyshire interview. But why are they still working with us? It's because it's like, okay, like you're saying something, but it's just a conversation. Feel me?
Yeah, you know, it's like normal people, they shy away from resistance. That's the easiest thing to do. Like, you know, like you feel like, okay, you go, for example, you go to the gym, and what you see on the dumbbell looks stronger than you. But if you don't go and push that weight, you will never know that you can grow muscles. People shy away from problems that are actually meant to make them. Like, for me, like, problem solving, is actually forming me every single day, even if I fail in it, it's better that I fail in it than not try. Because every single day I'm getting better, and it's like, I'm training, every day is like game day. The way I train, I train hard because I want my game to be easy.
Every day's a cup final. I wake up like, just trust me, see how I wake up? Bro, I wake up like, oh, like I'm just, like I'm an animal. Every day is a cup final, bro. And it's like, you lose every single game that you don't play, or that you don't decide to roll the dice. And I'm just telling man, look, roll the dice. Some people are so afraid to roll the dice. Listen, they're so afraid to even participate in the game. But we're just saying, you know what, bro? I got one life. I'm rolling the dice, bro. If I lose, I lose. I'm in a worse position if I don't roll the dice. What's the worst that can happen if I could roll the dice and lose?
You know, they imagine situations that haven't happened yet. They imagine the worst and it hasn't even happened yet. That's the thing about the man.
So basically, you lot don't believe in the pessimist thing, like, because you lot sound like you lot's very like confident in knowing like where you want your life to go. You get me? And confident in making steps towards my life is gonna go in this way, so I know I need to do A to get to B to get to C. Like, is it just like do you just surround yourself with like-minded people? Like, I don't understand, because like what I'm saying is you lot are both saying very similar things in different ways, and it's like, how have man got on the same accord like this? Like, how, like, it feels like, that's what I was saying about the media training. It feels like you man have been trained to have this mindset of, like, and I feel like definitely this is what the youths need. They need people like you lot, people like myself, but definitely you lot, because you lot are saying it in a more motivational and more like, I know what I mean. It's a better way than how I would say it, but I'm saying, how did man learn how to speak so well about these things, bro?
Surrounded,
man.
It goes back to the topic, leadership.
I'm coming from nation, bro.
No, honestly, I swear to you,
I'm always the least in the room.
Quietest in that.
I'm the youngest in every room. The majority of rooms that I'm in, the majority of if I'm on a Zoom call, I'm the youngest. And I'm just listening, bro. I'm just like, okay, like I'm like a sponge. I'm learning, like I'm picking up stuff. I'm like, so it's like, it's my surroundings, and I just want to improve. Like, even if it's by the smallest amount, like just the smallest.
Like, every single day has to be a win. Because it gives me confidence for the next.
And you know what is, we're not short of problems. we're not short of problems.
You man look like you're taking the problems, just dossing it off. Like,
it looks like that, but it's because of the way we've been trained. See, like, the problems don't look like problems. Certain problems that look like problems before are not problems. Like, you see, like, someone talking about me, that used to be a problem, but now I'm looking at him like, okay, that's that. We've moved on, and you know what? Like, our community, we clap for things that are meant to be standard procedure. Like, we applaud things that are meant to be, like, see, like, take risk the platform. It's a standard procedure. Like, you're meant to do this. What is the next level?
That's what everyone's supposed to have business. Everyone's supposed to be doing what, like, everyone's supposed to be legal. You know what I'm saying? Like you're it's normal things.
Like, you're meant to do this. And like, our community, we glorify those things. Like, but they're standard procedure. So can you see how devolved we are?
Yeah,
Like we clap for things that are meant to be a standard procedure. So it's like for us, we're trying to break out of that. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why we do the extreme, because if we don't do the extreme, then we don't know how far we can go. So it's like a limitless mindset. So like for us, we have the studio. Like limitless, we have a studio, we have a community of people, we have a producer camp, we have a masterclass. But limitless is a state of being. It's a mindset. Like the ability to break past certain boundaries. Like because there's many people that live to 80. But they die at 20 because they don't want to take the risk.
People just give up on themselves.
They don't want to take the risk.
No, I agree.
They just believe they can't do it. But we're just saying that, you know, even if we think we can't do it, you know what, we might as well jump into the deep end and learn how to swim.
Brad, have you ever had any comparisons to anyone? Any rappers?
Comparisons?
Yeah,
bad comparisons.
Like who? Because I feel like you sound like you sound a little.
People have said I'm like RV.
Oh yeah. I think that's more. I think the RV is more the
Probably,
aesthetic though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like in terms of like height, tall, mass.
Probably, I don't know.
I think your voice sounds a bit like Trap Science 10 though.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit the voice. Therefore.
Maybe.
Well, yeah.
Shout out Trap Times 10.
Yeah. So, is there anything you don't want to promote, speak about?
I think what I would say is thank you for having us on this platform.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Thank you for those that are watching. Take risk.
Come on. That's what you gotta do.
Take risk and prosper.
You get me? And don't forget the prosper, because that's what we do. That's what we're doing it for, bro. We're not taking uncalculated risks. We're not just doing dumb things out here. Don't just think take risk just means, oh yeah, I want to smash a bottle. Take the risk. Like, it's none of that, bro. Like calculated risk to try and get to a better place. Carry on. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Just thanks for having us
Come on,
on your
man.
platform,
Come on.
bro. It's love every time, man.
Bless, man.
Alright, brother.
Blessings, man. That's another episode. Conversation with a risk taker. Check out everything they got going on. Blessings, man. We're back, man. Cool.